Good evening and welcome to After Twilight Radio. I'm your host, Jonathan Watts, and in studio with me, as always, is my lovely girlfriend, Amanda, who's over there twisting the knobs and making everything sound good for us. I always like to give her credit because she works very, very hard in the background to make these things happen. She's a lovely person, and she definitely deserves my credit. Now, new announcements to make. I took After Twilight Radio on the road for a week or two here. I was up in Buffalo, New York, doing some kind of documentary type work and meeting some of the fantastic people up there. So make sure and check out the website. We are editing some of the video and stuff, so you guys are going to get a first-hand look at some really interesting places. We were at the Gutelberg Cemetery, which is one of the most haunted cemeteries in the country. That's outside of Buffalo, New York. We were also at the Buffalo Train Terminal, which is a huge, huge, huge building and has been investigated on numerous occasions by all kinds of famous people, taps, and so on and so forth. And we went to the Iron Island Museum, and I have some interviews from the people that are there. So there's a lot of new content coming out there on the website, all video content and cool stuff. Also wanted to announce that we have a new thing called After Twilights, and that's going to be with Chad Austin, the previous host of After Twilight Radio, and he's going to do some short interviews with all kinds of people all around the country and ask specific questions that we get here in the After Twilight studios from all of you out there. So make sure that you go ahead and start registering up. Of course, we don't use your emails for anything other than sending you out alerts about shows that we're going to have up and events that we're going to and things like that. So make sure and check that out. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience tonight with our guest. Her name is Rose Pressey, who is the author of several paranormal books, including My Haunted Family, as well as Me and My Ghoul Friends. And I've got a ton of questions to ask her about the different projects that she has. So let's go ahead and bring her into the studio. Rose, are you with us?
Hi, I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to be on your show.
Well, welcome to After Twilight Radio. I know that you have been on After Twilight before with Chad Austin as the host, and I think this is our first run, so I hope everything sounds great to you.
I think it'll be great. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, welcome to the family, so to speak. Now, I know that you are an author of several books, and I want to definitely get into that. But something that I started this year with the other interviews that I've done with other people, Lorraine Warren and so on and so forth, is I like to get a good idea of how you got started in the paranormal field. So do tell, what got you into this to begin with?
I think that like so many other people involved in the paranormal community, it was, from the beginning, it's just something that was inside and you love it from the very beginning. It's something fascinating. And it started at a very young age for me. I was always interested in paranormal as a child. I wanted to watch the shows on television that had the ghosts and the UFOs, and I was always looking for Bigfoot, behind any tree, in the backyard, and so it was very early on, and there was, as my book that we'll get into explains, within my family, we've all had our experiences with the unexplained and paranormal, so it was always there and a part of my family, and I heard a lot of the stories, which probably contributed to my fascination with it. And then as an adult, I, had an experience, and that amplified my interest, and I went from there and moved forward. So, it's like almost as if I was born with it.
And let me get this straight in terms of when things came out. I know that your new book is Me and My Ghoul Friends, but you also had My Haunted Family, and My Haunted Family is nonfiction, right? And what was the inspiration for you writing that particular book?
Well, I had, for years and years, the stories of my family. I was told, things that happened, and, I had some experiences of my own. And so the book really was just something that I put together for my family. And then, others